Hi guys. Well, you know that I had gotten the QOR paints the other day, well, a couple weeks ago actually, these paints. And I'm not real fond of the little bubble pans that they have for putting your paint into. I guess they expect you to work wet, and I just had put paints in and left them in. And eventually I will use these up. But I thought, you know, this is not real conducive to my style of painting. If I have my paints in there, then I don't have a mixing area. Just this one little spot here and then this one little spot down here. So I figured since there are 24 paints, I went and bought at Jackson's Art Supply. I had bought some new full pans and half pans, and they are all over here. And I'm going to go ahead and put all my QOR paints in one of these metal palettes, these travel palettes. I like these travel palettes. This one I stopped using for one reason, and it was that I don't like how this side hangs down. If I don't touch either side, I just hold on to the ring. Look at how far that hangs. You can't mix with that. You just can't mix with that. And I don't know how to fix it. This is a sign of a pan or of a palette that's not real well made. Although, now if I look at my, what is it? My travel palettes in that drawer. My tropicals, whatever these are called, Prima Tropical Watercolors. That's my magnetized chart for the colors. But this one, which is a cheaper one, hangs great. In fact, this side is the side that hangs lower, which is not a huge problem because it's got such a high lip on it. And when you're mixing, if you're holding onto your palette like this, you can hold it up with the finger. No problem. And that's what I'm hopeful will happen with that. Now, I got to use these more. I don't use them, and I only use them in a sketchbook. I know that they're not real permanent. There's probably some real light fast issues with them, and they're semi-opaque. They're not transparent watercolors, which I love. So I thought, what the heck? I'm going to take my QOR paints, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put them in this palette right here. Okay, so I'm going to take the 24 colors and put them in here. I can get either 12 full pans, 24 half pans, they say, but right now I've got a mess of a issue in here. But I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 full pans, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, I've got 6 full pans. 14, 15, 16 half pans and 6 full pans. So what is that? 22. I've got 22 pans in here right now, and I can fit more half pans in here. Rather than sticking a brush in, I could do that. Or, you know, I could even put I can fit 2 more half pans in there and still fit my travel brush in because there's room. There's room here for 2 more half pans. If I take this out and put these in, there's still room. I've got something sticking under there, but there's plenty of room. So why don't you stay tuned and you can watch me get it all set up and cleaned up, and it's going to be filled with beautiful QOR colors. So I'm just removing all of these old pans while I get this cleaned up. A lot of them have sticky tape on them because I had taken this center portion out, and I had tape down here, and I had removed this so that I could fit a ton of pans in here, and I was able to fit like 36 or something in there. It was ridiculous how much I could put in there. I could probably fit all my Mission Gold paints in there even, but I'm waiting on my Schminky paints to come as well. They're supposed to be coming. I just got a set of 12. I wasn't sure if I'd really like them or not. I know they're a good well-made brand. This has got sticky on the bottom. I don't even use those colors. I don't know why it's in there. Probably just so I wouldn't lose the pan. But anyway, and these are all my Daniel Smith colors, all breaking up. They've been in there for a few years. So once I get these all out, I can wash this up, get it all ready, and then I'm going to go ahead and put my paints in it. Okay, so I've got this pretty much cleaned out now. I was trying to get all the paint off of the edges of this. Clean out the bottom a little bit more to get some of the paint out of the edges. It just helps to prevent rust from forming because this is a metal palette and eventually these will rust. And if you're unaware of it, these pins that come up here, you can see how much space there is behind them. You can push them inward to make your pans snap into place. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm not sure here. I was thinking maybe putting all my whole pans on one side. 2, 4, 6, 7 pans. I can get 7 full pans on that side. And I got to make sure that I have enough. And then I've got to figure out which colors I use most of, which shouldn't be too hard. But with QOR, I'm not real familiar with the colors, but there are things that I probably would use less of. So I've got 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I don't think I can fit a whole pan in the middle, but I can fit half pans in the middle. And if that's the case, I could do, whoops, they go this way so that they snap. Yeah, the long ways, or short ways. The longest side facing out, which means you can fit more of them. I'm just going to check it out. I'm talking away and you guys can't hear me. Let's see here. 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21. Let's see here if I can fit them in here. If I fit them in there, 2, let's see. Plus a brush. That would work. So we got 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 12, 13, 14. Okay, I thought I had you on hyperlapse, but I guess I didn't. So I've got all 24 pans in here. These don't press down in, but they're not going anywhere. When I flip them over, I can shake this, and they're not coming out. They're stuck in there really tight. So I've got all of these in now, and now I just got to figure out which 8 colors I feel are the most important. That needs to fold in a little more to keep it tighter. There we go. Are the most important to be in full pans. I would say ultramarine blue. It would be one. And my, let's see, my phthalo would be another. That would probably work. And then my reds and my yellows can all be in half pans. Because I don't use reds as much. I use a little bit. And purple I don't use as much. So I'm going to go ahead and get these lined up. I think I want to set the pans up a different way. So I'm looking at them this way instead of backwards. I could turn it around, but if I'm mixing, I'm probably going to have my tray this way. Guess it doesn't matter. Now another thing I'm going to do, since I'm not going to be putting them all in the same order, since I have full pans that I'm going to want specific colors in, I'm going to write down my colors in that line so that I know which color is which. And I just need to grab a piece of paper to do that with. What's this? Piece of scrap. Nope. This piece of scrap will work. That was an old Christmas card that I didn't use, didn't come out, so we'll use that. And then I can just write my colors down here, and I'm going to speed this up. problem here with the amount of full pans I have. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take out this brush, which is going to be hard to get out anyway because I need to take a pan out to remove it. And I'm going to put in another full pan, which means it will have to go up here somewhere. I hope I can fit it, but I don't know, maybe not. They look wider. That is weird that they're wider than a half pan. They should be the same size. They are wider, so I may not be able to get away with it. Bummer. I could if I take the center thing out. But yeah, I can't get this in here like this. Yeah, it's not gonna work. So, gotta nix that plan, and I'm gonna have to go back to the half plan thing. There were a couple browns I'd like to have had more in. I wanted my raw umber and my burnt sienna, and to my raw sienna all in. I should have taken the Viridian Green and kept that in a half pan. I wasn't thinking. But I can always change it later. So I could do it now, except then I've got a pan of Viridian sitting out somewhere that won't get used, and I don't want that. So, okay, let me keep working at it. So that's all of them put in, and I wanted to keep my ultramarine blue, phthalo blue, Viridian Green, which I should have switched out for raw umber, sap green, raw sienna, burnt sienna, neutral tint, Payne's gray, and then I've got the rest of them in here in the half pans. But what I really should have done is put the Viridian Green in a half pan and taken the raw umber and put it in a whole pan, because I use a lot of raw umber. And in my Daniel Smith, I didn't even buy Viridian Green the last time. I think I bought phthalo green, which is fairly similar, but they're different. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and make a chart for these now. Chart all done, and I'm going to go ahead and laminate this. It's nice and dry, and I want to take my current film out, which is just a regular laminate, and because this is a metal thing, I want to try and put my cartridge in and hope, which way do I put it in? This way, I think. Place film under this bar. There we go. Now I can go ahead and put this through. It's going to waste a lot, but cut it off. Whoops, missed a spot. There. And there's my magnet. Now I just have to cut it down because it's super big. That's a waste of a lot of magnet, but I'm going to use that magnet. I also got the magnets for my, or the magnet sheet for my other palette. So I'm going to clean out my Daniel Smith palette and remake it, and remake one of these for that as well, because it's a mess. And I got another color coming tomorrow from Daniel Smith. I ordered neutral gray tint from that. I'm just pressing out all the bubbles, making sure there's no bubbles in this laminate. And then I will cut it with my trusty little cutter here that cuts just about everything. It even cuts through this magnet, amazingly enough. So I'm just gonna put it up here, and I measure the edge of my thing to this edge of this plastic, and that's how I can tell where I want to be. So now I've got an edge on it, which is perfect. Oh, this side got a little bit off. That got a little close. That's not good. Better do the top. There we go. That side's equal. Do this side. Oops, lost my little thingamajig here. It goes in at the bottom. Hopefully I didn't ruin this edge. That is awfully close on that one edge. I don't like that. Somehow I slipped. That side's good. Okay, so I got all 4 sides done, and I will save this magnet to see if I can use it for something else. But this should fit now. If it doesn't fit, I tried to cut it smaller than necessary so that if I kept this at 1/4 inch or less, it would fit just fine. But actually, I want to put it on the outside anyway. I can put it on the inside though. That will work. Won't this stick to this? It should stick to this. Oh yeah, there it goes. And it fits great. I'm going to use my corner rounder though, because this has round edges, and I'm going to cut the corners so that I can have it fit on here well. That side might be a little tight. Yeah, that's really tight. That might be a problem. I shouldn't have cut that. Oh well. Too late now, so that'll work. Works just fine. And I can keep it on the outside, doesn't fall off. And then when I'm painting, I will just take it like this, and then I have it available with all my colors. So that's it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Remember to have courage, paint with wild abandon, and be kind to people. Bye-bye.